With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Oh, goes the win! Francis is gunner!
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding. Wow! It's very rare.
What a finish! Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout! Oh my It's a knockout!
And he's closing it! Trying to finish it! And it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Brock is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the catch.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow, how good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
All right. What's up, Trash Talkers? What's going on, Gruntworks Nation, and those of you watching in the alien world that Dave's currently in right now, drinking his 17th vodka monster. Not quite sure.
Not good for you, David.
Yeah, not quite sure if he's alive, but that's fine. Anyways, you heard our sponsor. Okay, you heard what I said in the beginning. If you need a job, okay, go to fleettex.com. This guy's awesome supporter of our show. He's an awesome supporter of veterans, and he just wants to hire vets. All right, so just go there. All right, it's perfect. Okay, we're gonna brag a little bit today. We're gonna brag a little bit. The only one that lost, well, we won't get into that. Maybe we will. I'm sure it'll come out at some point in time. But we went perfect on Saturday, and I say we, I mean those guys did. All right, and then they went perfect 3 weeks ago as well. So 2 of the last 3 fight cards, if you bet their parlays, you made lots of money. Now here comes the disclaimer: if you don't have money, don't gamble. Don't do it. All right. If you got a little bit of scratch, pay attention to the end. I told you all how to bet last week. Hopefully you bet the way I tell you to bet, because at least you'll come ahead at least $20, something like that. But put the money on their locks individually. All right. Some of those don't pay out a lot. You bet 20, win like $7 sometimes. Okay. But that's $7. All right. And then you put $10 on a couple parlays here and there. All right. I turned $30 into a lot last Saturday. Okay. I don't want to talk because I don't want the IRS coming after me. All right. But it was significant. Okay. But with us today, again, we got Triggered Joe Britson. All right. Who luckily the Big Earl was hammered last Saturday and did not enforce a point because he just was hammered. That's me. I was drinking this good old 10th Mountain bourbon. That's what I'm talking about. See that thing back there? You go to 10th Mountain Bourbon, put in the code VTT, get yourself a discount. And the champ, who I just spent the week with, all right, Bill, send it 7 Pearson. Yeah, it was lovely because I brought the good weather to Seattle, to Tacoma.
You did.
All right, 75 and sunny. And it was a great time catching up with all those guys out there at JBLM and trying to get some good stuff to them. But anyways, nobody cares about that right now.
Hey, but first, let's talk about that crystal ball pick that you did enforce a point on.
We should. I don't remember it.
Hey, I offered. To be honest with you, I still pick it the same way.
That's the one where
it was that orbital bone punch that changed everything, but I'd still pick it the same way.
Just for all the viewers, it was a group text message between us, this panel, and Joe said, "Bill, who do you have on this one? The other guy? Yeah, wrong."
It's lived in his head all week.
Yeah,
because he just quoted that verbatim.
Yeah.
But no, I said Pork Chop wasn't going to win. He punched the guy in the eye, broke his eye socket, and then laid on him. So I hate fat body heavyweights. We got a couple more going tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm a little mad at Drew Dober, all right, or Dauber, however you want to say it. He can come on the show and
that was
he can come on the show and correct me.
Knockout.
But we had a little thing going there where like he pretty much is like VTT's official fighter, right? And like we picked him, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll come on your show," and then silence. Maybe it's,
I don't know, man. Ricky Turcios was nicer to me, and Walt Harris took a better picture with me. So maybe we should reach out to Walt. Who knows?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's reach out to somebody else. Drew.
Bill can talk to somebody that can look him in the eye.
Hey, we just had a CCT fought on Dana White's Contender Series this week. Didn't win, but I think he's going to get picked up in the next coming weeks.
Nice. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Okay, but hey, the Stone Vet is on the chat thread. He's back. He finally got internet.
Indica sativa.
Yeah, and he says I'm smoking a fat blunt right now, but
he's not.
We know he's not because he gets drug tested. All right, but anyways, I gotta say it again. That Oklahoma crowd is just that's something wild. If I have a weekend where I got nothing to do, Stone Bet, I'm coming to see you. Right, because I don't know, whatever world you guys live in, I want to be in it for a weekend because it's out there. A lot of psycho. What is it called? The psycho Philbin or whatever.
Psilocybin.
Yeah, psilocybin. Yeah, something like that. It's just let's get on that for a weekend. That should be fun. Listen to my picks then. But okay, again, pay attention to the end, guys. All right, these guys are going to go through all the fights on the main card. At the end, they might even go into some of the prelims. And they're going to give you the locks, the parlays, and the DraftKings sleeper. Again, if you don't bet, don't bet. All right, you don't got money, don't do it. All right, and then if you're Dan Dexter or Justin Lacey watching, you believe the nerve of these fucking officers? Let's get off subject for a second. All right, so this is what happens when you talk to officers. Okay,
they sound arrogant already.
Yeah, exactly. Like they start giving me shit about betting advice, and I go, Dan, didn't you just hit a very large parlay because of our show on Saturday? Didn't you hit one 2 weeks ago because of our show on Saturday? You know, and then even the other officer goes, "Oh, send me a link. I might stop by." Oh, you might, Justin. You might stop by. All right, this is okay. Retention is low in the Army.
Do me a favor. Resend the invitation. Resend it.
Yeah. You're the reason. Okay.
You're banned. At this moment, you're banned from the store.
No, anyways, I got big shout out to our sponsor again, Fleet Techs. They want to hire veterans. If you need a job and you're a veteran, fill it out. All right, go there and check it out. What can you lose? All right, embrace the ambiguity. Okay, let's get down into it. The Big Earl's reinvigorated. I saw a couple of studs when I was in Fort Lewis. Old buddy Barish out there. You know, he couldn't do the ball throw 2 years ago, and all of a sudden he's triple stacked fucking Green Beret, right? Like, fucking awesome. So it was good to see him again. But all right, women flyweight fight, or a woman flyweight fight to start it out. And you know, when I looked at the UFC fight card for this when I was doing all my research, which was after I landed in El Paso at like 1600, but there was no picture of the other fighter or a name, right? And I found out why. Okay, so Lipski, if you take a good look at that photo, coming in at 14-7 versus Cacarera. What is it, Cacarera?
Capoeira.
All right, at 11-4. If you take a real close look at Lipski real quick. All right, she is the one that walks around your neighborhood and assesses you a fine because your weeds are too long, your grass is too long. That's her. She's the HMO. All right. Well, somehow Cocarera lives on that same neighborhood, and she found a way to get herself on the fight card. All right, so I'm gonna go Cocarera with a weed whacker strike first round to take out the HMO chick. All right, Bill, what say you, the champ?
Close. So first things first. First fight that we're going to talk about is my DraftKings sleeper, which is Capoeira. She is my DraftKings sleeper. Now listen, both of these girls are not great, but any stretch of the imagination. Here's why I'm going Capoeira. I'm going to go with her with a second round TKO, and here's why. She is one of those rare few who has hands that has ended fights before. In her last few fights that she has ended with strikes were in the second round. And Lipski has lost, two of her last 4 fights, and both of those were TKOs in the second round.
Boom.
So I'm going to go Capoeira, second round TKO. Like I said, I may or may not put this in a parlay. I'm sure it'll be in one of my parlays. It won't be in the parlay I give. It won't be in the parlay I give you guys tonight. Most likely, but if you're looking for a DraftKings sleeper, she's the one to pick. But if you want to get involved in a parlay, Capoeira, second round TKO to finish this.
Yeah, well, let's go to Mr. Unprofessional Joe. Just wants to interrupt Bill because he lost that one fight last week. But no, it's
clearing my throat.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be. Don't make it comment. All right, no, hey. All right, Mr. Jealous. What say you?
No bets on this one. I'm not confident enough to bet this fight one way or the other. Very, very similar competition level. And, I think Bill will agree with me on this one. There's a little factor that Vegas and the rest of the MMA world, or NARPs, non-athletic regular people, like to eat up. And that is that Ariane Lipski's got a pretty face. And she makes a lot of money on Instagram. And that's no joke. She's got a body. She's a fighter. She's got a model-like face. And then look at Capoeira's face. That thing looks like it's been beat like a flank steak at Morton's.
She's definitely been in some fights before.
Oof, man. So I'm thinking with Bill's second round logic here, Lipski's like in the second round, like, okay, one more of those shots and I'm going to start getting scar tissue on my cheekbones. You get what I'm saying here? She doesn't have the ugliness that Capoeira has to mess her face up and brawl. And the only place Capoeira has been finished is on the mat via sub.
So she's like Dorn.
That's Lipski's only chance to finish this fight is on the ground. Capoeira probably knows that if she's got any kind of reputable coach. So I believe if she stays on the feet, she's got the hands to really bother Lipski to the point where I believe she wins 29-28 in a decision. But Bill and I are going the same way on this fight and taking Capoeira by upset.
And I was actually wrong on that. Lipski lost 2 of her last 3 by TKOs in the second round.
That's right. And everyone says, well, she lost to Shevchenko. Yeah.
Not Antonina. Not the real one.
She got knocked out by the tag along.
You're saying Lipsky's like the one-time All-Star from the '80s AL East Central champion Indians. Dorn. She's not gonna mess up this property. So afterwards,
I'm saying she's
Great movie reference, by the way.
She could end up like the Brazilian Paige Van Zandt. That's what I'm saying.
all right. Hey, Frank Baxter, U.S. Marine Corps vet from Crockett, Texas. Thanks for stopping by. And then again, pay attention. You got some money to bet. Do it. All right. And then again, you remember those two officers I was talking about? All right. One of them just texted me and he goes, I don't know how to comment, but I'm listening. Right. And I'm like, yeah, because you're an officer. And where's your radio guy? Huh? Where's your tech guy to come fix your shit for you? All right. That's figure it out, Dan. Come on. All right. Anyways.
Hey, KJ Hernandez says, hello, fuckfaces. He needs
help. Nice.
He needs help convincing his wife to start fighting. I told him to do it so we can start betting on her. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. KJ Hernandez, we gotta join together. Get your wife in the ring.
Yeah, she could be the official fighter of VTT or Gruntworks. Yeah. Gruntworks, all right.
Nice
all right.
use of the word fuck. Yeah, I like it. I like how you address people. Like your style, like your moves.
Yeah, I do. It's right away with power, right? Like I'm no one to be trifled with.
And I announce myself with authority.
So, yeah.
All right, me.
Okay. This guy's a first pitch fastball hitter. Like he didn't see my heat. All right, serve it up. Okay.
Yeah. Boy, you hit the shit out of that one.
I think hit that part. Stewart's on it.
I watched that clip the other day just to make me laugh. Just tell them what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, put it in the comment thread of what movie we're just referencing right there, and maybe you get a free button or something. I don't know.
Yeah. My shirt should give you a hint.
Yeah. So all right, let's get to the next. I mean, we're not in the fight 2 yet, so but we got nowhere to go. All right, heavyweight fight. We got Sakai Salmon.
Augusto Sakai.
Yeah, Sakai Salmon, 15-4-1 versus Spivak at 14-3. Now, when I was digging into this fight, all right, I was looking into these guys, doing my due diligence. I've noticed that Sakai Salmon actually trained with Master Soto on Okinawa Island with trees. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Sockeyed Salmon, knife hand strike to the throat, first round, knockout. Joe, what say you? Catch the movie reference, Master Soto?
You know what? No, I missed that. I missed that one. But oh man, I got Spivak
on Okinawa with trees.
Oh. Hang on a second. Are we talking about like Mr. Miyagi's little hometown?
His brother.
Were there? Okay. Oh, I thought it was Sato.
I said Soto. Sorry, yeah, Sato. You're right.
We do have
also call him Sakai Salmon,
by the way.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got Spivak here. Something about the fact that Augusto Sakai was 15-1-1 3 fights ago. Now he's 15-4-1 with 3 consecutive knockouts. Not a good sign for a heavyweight. Spivak is on the rise. I start seeing little wrinkles to his game with each victory. He bullied Greg Hardy, KO'd him, sent him to the bare knuckle fight championship, and that's where he fights now. And the only blemish on Spivak's record in the last 5 is against Aspinall. I think he knows that Augusto Sakai is kind of like Aspinall light, maybe Aspinall at 50%. He's got good hands. But that's where the comparisons with Aspinall stop. I don't like his takedown defense. I think Spivak is good enough to get him to the ground. And once he's there, I don't think Sakai is going to have the first clue what to do. So because I learned my lesson last week on getting cute with finish types and this and that and blah, 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 I bet this one exactly the way I'm telling you. And I'm going to take Spivak money line. Just because I worry about him coming out there and being a destroyer of worlds. And with these fat body heavyweights, man, you get 1.5 rounds of lightning and then 1.5 rounds of ugh. So if it doesn't end, you're not looking at the same guy at the end of round 2 and round 3 as you did coming out. So I don't know if Spivak can run through Sakai like that. I think Sakai's hands are going to be good enough for Spivak to take the shoot a double leg, change levels, and get in there. And once that happens, there's a lot of lay and pray that takes a lot of time. So I'm going to go ahead and say Spivak wins 29-28, and Bill will probably have him by finish, but taking the safer play here just in case he's scared of Sakai's hands and wants to go to the ground. So I got Spivak by decision.
All right. So, hey, well, one of the officers was able to make it and learn how to use an iPhone. And he was like, old man's references are from 1954. Try 1984. Okay, that's where it's coming from. All right, get on it. All right. Okay, let's go to the champ.
Billy Zabka would have throat kicked you for that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, tell us a lie, Bill.
Joe's not that far off. I mean, he's right. I am going with the finish just because Sakai is just, I think that chin is done. I mean, and granted, his last three losses are to solid people. It was Overeem, Rosenstruck, then Tuivasa. But at the same time, those are three power hitters wrecking that chin. And if you go to, Spivak, his only two losses are, Aspinall and Tybura, which aren't bad losses. But Sakai's string of wins are also against the ash and trash. I mean, you're talking Chase Sherman and some other random no names. I mean, he beat Tybura, I'll give him that. But you guys didn't hear it, obviously, but before the show, Joe and I were talking, and we think just Sakai was a great guy in Bellator. This is just, it's like being great in AAA, but Major League Baseball is a whole nother level. I think that UFC is just a different level for him. And right now, the heavyweight division is stacked really with great talent. I just don't think Sakai is there.
He's one more KO loss from me pronouncing his name Sagai. What's his name? Sagai.
What's the guy's name again?
So
Sagai.
I got Spivak by finish in the second round. Now Sakai he took Overeem to the fifth round. He still got knocked out, but he took Overeem to the fifth round, so he might make it to the third. And Joe's right. It just could be a really boring 29-28 round where they both just die out and it's two fat guys leaning on each other. But again, I got Spivak to finish second round TKO. Joe might be right. After 1.5 rounds, it just gets real boring. And it's two big guys that are just fucking tired. But I'm going with Spivak, TKO second round.
To caveat off, Bill, over 2.5 on FanDuel is paying plus 150. Under is minus 192. And the distance is plus 194 to go and minus 260 to end inside. So
a little teaser there.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Mark Kershaw, the old 2P guys on the chat thread. What's up, Mark? Yeah, airborne.
I like your knives.
So okay. The next fight, a woman flyweight fight, and we got Walker at 8-2 versus Miller at 3-1. Now, I didn't call them by their first name, but I'm going with Brogan here. And if you take a look, she looks like a pissed off mother, right? And you know what happens when you piss off a mother. Okay, it's on. Okay, so I have a feeling she's gonna channel her inner like mother. And I think she's like 60 years old too. She's gonna come at her and just annihilate her mom style. So I'm going old woman style. I'm betting on the old woman. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be drunk. But Bill, what say you?
God, I hate this fight. I don't know.
I'll hate it with you.
Miller's the favorite. I don't know if I agree with that. I'd almost put them both at minus 110. I think I already know Joe's picking Walker. That's his DraftKings sleeper. Just to give away your talking point, Joe. I apologize, but honest,
it's okay.
That was actually an actual power play on you, Joe. They did that on purpose. He's sorry.
I'll tell you what. Just to make it interesting, I'll go with Miller by sub. I'll make it interesting. Miller by sub. I'm telling you right now,
he walked up, grabbed your beer, and drank it.
Give me that beer, bitch. I will also say I will not touch this with a parlay, especially not money line. If you want to pick the over, I think that's a pretty safe bet. I'm not touching this in any of my parlays. Joe might in one of his. Listen, both these girls are not great. Now Walker beat Miranda Maverick in a decision. I'll give her that, but again, I'm not touching this one in any of my parlays, but I'll pick the favorite Miller. I'm gonna go with sub. I'm gonna go with armbar.
Ooh,
Just
calling the
because
armbar. Throw it out there.
Why not make it? Why not make it crazy? We'll go
A little big Earl pick there. All right, Joe. What say you?
Oh my God! All right. I'm still calling up the lace report from that preemptive strike that Bill took on me.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good day to die, Pearson.
Yeah.
There's no ROE in this war.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little intel on this fight. This is the Ultimate Fighter Championship. This is the two girls that made it to the final. They're doing something weird because Juliana Pena, who speaks perfect English and can't really talk into a microphone and be entertaining, mixed with Amanda Nunes, who speaks very broken English that is not entertaining and very repetitive, went against each other as coaches in the Ultimate Fighter. It flopped. You have two female fighters coaching heavyweight men. Didn't work real well. So for the first time, the coaches aren't fighting on the actual card because that already happened. And Nunes won her belt back last Saturday. But these are this fight and the next fight are the championships. So that's why we know very little about these fighters. And I'm going to go with Brogan Walker based on the fact that, Nick likes the old man. I'm going to go with the old lady. She's 32. If she doesn't win 34. This fight, 34, that's right. If she doesn't win this fight, she's not getting fucking signed. Dana White does not sign 34-year-olds. She's got to win that contract. So
34-year-olds with boring decisions, she's not going to.
Yeah, man. And that's how I believe she'll win, a boring decision. I think that she's got 10 fights to this girl's 4. This girl's a sub girl. I think if Walker stays on the feet and makes it like a glorified sparring session with a few kiosks in there, because Sal D'Amato loves to give away title belts if you make noise.
God, that's so true.
All right. Anyways, I'm going to take Brogan Walker by decision, and I am also going to set my alarm to wake up as the third round is ending.
15 minutes later, I'm up. I'm awake.
Yeah. I'm up. The fight sees me. I'm down. No, I got Brogan Walker by decision, and this won't touch my wallet.
No, hell no.
I do have to give another big shout out to the Stone Vet again. I don't know if he's still watching, but he's back, and so he's releasing his Marine Corps Wednesdays on our platform again, and he's going to try to do I think what I picked up from the last episode, he's going to try to do a little bit more like educational style podcast on essential oils and holistic heals and all that kind of stuff. So pay attention if you're into that voodoo psycho Philbin, however Bill said
voodoo's,
it. Right? Yeah.
Psilocybin.
Yeah, you're a PhD candidate. You're supposed to say it right. All right. Anyways,
yeah, as soon as he gets that doctorate, I'm just
gonna go. And a big shout out to on Gruntworks, Tim Moore is watching again. Tim Moore has been watching this show a long time. So I make it a point if I see him on there, we gotta give him a shout out. He's a longtime fan.
Yeah, hit us back, man. Have you been betting on us? Let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, also Tim, message VTT's Big Earl and send me your address. I'll throw you something your way. Do that for sure. All right. Big shout out to our sponsor, fleettex.com. All right. If you're a veteran and you need a job, go get it. All right. You can definite potential for 6 figures if you bust your ass a little bit. And if you have any, automotive and electrical background, get in there. All right. And then again, he might not have availability in your area, but it could always open up. And then you might be the first one on the list to call. So give fleettex.com a try. Go ahead, Joe.
He might drop 4 months of work in your lap like he did with me. It just depends on where you're at. But North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and then he's got seasoned guys scattered all throughout the country. So I'm telling you, man, if he says we got work, they got work. And this has been one of the best decisions professionally that I've made in my life. I love going to work every day, man. I really do. So
nice.
Give it a shot.
Hit him up. All right, let's get to it. A heavyweight fight. And you got Usman, who somehow put on like 400 pounds since his last fight. All right,
he's his brother.
I know it's not the same one. All right, I saw a TikTok video of the little guy rubbing his shoulders. All right, and then you got is it Pog? Pauge? Poj?
Puga.
Poga.
Pauga.
Is there like an umlaut over the O? I don't know, but 6-0. All right, and it's real simple. This one is a real easy one to pick. We're gonna go. Let's see here. We're gonna go Usman by Blood Diamond. All right, Blood Diamond choke. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, but it's real. It happens. So Usman, Blood Diamond choke, second round. Joe, what say you?
And like I said, the last fight, this is the men's championship of the Ultimate Fighter. Yes, that is Kamaru Usman's younger brother. And you might think, oh, younger brother, he's a kid with the future. But pump the brakes. Kamaru Usman's 35 years old. This guy's 33, right?
He's the Antonina of the Usmans.
Exactly. And the difference between Antonina Usman and Kamara is, can I call him that, Bill? Is it okay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not saying Muhammad. I won't say it. You can't make me.
Yeah.
No, the difference is,
you just said it.
His little brother, the little Usman, who's a giant individual, played defensive end in the NFL. So he is a phenomenal athlete. And because we'll say it, because we've got a pair and we're not ashamed to admit that we're men and we like to talk like that every now and then. He is a defensive end who doesn't punch women. So, that's good for the UFC, right? Greg Hardy's out of there. See a woman beater. All right, this guy. Anyways, oh man, everybody, all the experts right now on these Ultimate Fighter fights, I'm doing research. I'm finding some MMA nerds that are checking it out. I'm going back and watching the Contender Series, and man, is it hard to look at these guys standing next to each other and pick against Usman. I mean, my God, the body types are absolutely staggeringly different. And the one thing I noticed about both of them is they're really small heavyweights. You don't see a whole lot of heavyweights under 240 that are I don't think there's any in the top 10 under 240. So, oh my God, I'm not betting this fight. And just for shits and giggles, because my eyes are like telling me go this way. This Pauga, the one thing I know about him, he's got 6 fights and 4 of them have went to decision and 2 of them have finished, which means he doesn't bang real hard because heavyweights usually finish people. He goes the distance a lot. Usman, if you try to find his stats on ESPN, it goes to the University of Arizona's football team because that's where his last stat was said, literally on ESPN, because he was a football player in college. The thing I like about Usman was he was a 2-star recruit and he made an NFL team. That shows he's got some kind of heart. The fact that he's got that kind of discipline in his body and the way he looks, he hides behind a jab and a massive right hand. And if he can't deliver that, he's in trouble. But dude, I'm just going to roll with it because I just don't like the look of this Pauga at all. I think he looks weak, like he should get fucking ragdolled. So I'm going to take Usman by decision, say he wins the first 2 rounds, because this Pauga, I don't think he can finish him in the 3rd. And I think Usman's wrestling and his pure athleticism and power win him the first 2, and he wins, I'll say split decision, 29-28.
Awesome. All right, the champ, what say you?
God. I mean, Joe's right. It's hard to find anything on these guys. Stupid Ultimate Fighter crap. I'm gonna go Pauga. Here's why.
Oh.
But here's why. Usman is the bigger guy. I don't think he's that great. I think the last name and his brother's camp is helping him get to where he is, for sure. Just like Antonina, let's be honest. Here's why I'm going with Pauga. Joe hit on it. It's because he's got all those decisions. I think he's got a chin. I mean, he's proven he's got a chin. He can take that hit.
He does have a tank on him. Yeah. He's got a good gas tank for a heavyweight.
And that's the only reason why I'm picking Pauga. I think his gas tank is going to outlast Usman. I think maybe some of that lactic acid, just being fat, is going to wear him out. I also don't think this is going to be an exciting fight either. I mean, Usman's finished 2 fights in his past. Even he's got a couple of a bunch of decision wins. He lost his last fight before Ultimate Fighter, that is. But the rear naked choke. Pauga's got just a string of decisions. His last time he finished someone was in 2021 in LFA against some no-name guy. I'm picking Palga. I think it's going to be a decision. I'll actually go with the split decision on this one.
We're split decisions opposite way.
Yeah, we're split decision opposite way. Again, like Joe, I am not going anywhere near this fight in my betting. I mean, Joe might. I'm not touching it.
The only thing I would even entertain in the betting, because it's plus money, is the fight going the distance. It's plus 106 right now.
I actually think that's a relatively safe bet.
So you're getting paid really well if it goes the distance. If it goes under the distance, it's minus 136. So you still are making good money. And if you go total rounds, over 2.5 is minus 124. Under 2.5 is minus 102. So, if you hedge them like Nick does, like he's taught me to do.
You hear that, Dan? A hedge. Yeah, good.
So I probably won't bet it in anything more than that, just the distance, because it's paying good money. And other than that, I'm staying away from this fight, and I recommend that you guys do too.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
right. There you have it, fight fans. Again, hey, stick around because this is when it gets interesting. All right, after these next two fight picks, they're going to go into the prelims, they're going to go to their parlays. All right, and that's where you make the money, and they're locked.
And I will give you a winning parlay for sure, and so will Joe.
Nice. So just stick to it. And again, nobody can pick fights like guys who are been battle tested and have fought for real. All right. And so these guys, they watch these fights, they know what's going on. I mean, I would say if Bill was the champ, I'd make fun of him because when you drop 500 pounders on your buddy, I don't know if you really know about fighting, but apparently that's it. So, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go.
Takes a point away.
Yeah, it's a welterweight fight. It's a welterweight fight, and it's the co-main. And you got Luque, right, at 21-8 versus Geoff. I would make fun of that name, but I'm not, because one of my favorite left-handed hitters growing up as a Brewer was Geoff Jenkins. All right, so Geoff Neal at 14-4.
Yeah, thanks for Rob Deere.
Yeah, Rob Deere was awesome. That was my brother's guy. He's a right-hander. All right, but when you bat 220 with 38 home runs, all right, and you got a big belly, you're a Milwaukee favorite. Okay, I'm going with Geoff with the tee off in the first round with a pile driver. Yeah, you heard it here first. All right, so Bill,
I don't think they have that in the rules, but that's illegal either.
You don't. It's gonna be fast.
Okay, safe bet is Luque money line on this one. If you want to get ballsy, listen, Neal doesn't get finished often, but he has been finished. But in this fight, I think Luque's ground game is far superior than Neal's. If you guys remember a few fights ago, Luque actually burned us a little bit when he came in and he Bravo choked Chiesa in like 45 seconds. Luque is the real deal on the ground, and he lost his last fight against Bilal Muhammad in a decision, which is still impressive because Bilal Muhammad is another one of those guys. Great fighter. I love watching him. He's got an endless gas tank, and Luque took him to distance. Luque's got a great gas tank too.
Never been knocked out.
Never been knocked out, and his ground game is nasty. And Neal's been finished by submission and TKO before. Like I said, I got Luque winning this. If you want to go money line to safe bet, I think that's a real safe bet. He is in one of my parlays. But Luque to finish by a sub, I think is if you want to get risky and see if you want to make some cash, take Luque to finish by sub. I think that is a very good possibility. But if you want to play safe for a long money line parlay, take Luque to win by decision.
All right, Joe. Trigger Joe, what say you?
Yeah, buddy. I like where Bill's at. I think that is his most obvious advantage. Vincente Lucas's biggest problem that I see is that if I was in his corner, I would tell him to be a little more tactical. This guy loves to brawl. This is the best fight of the night, guaranteed. Jamal Hill is one of my future stars. I'm looking forward to the moment when he fights Yuri Prochazka, because I really do believe it's coming. But his competition doesn't come up to where he's at. This is one of the best competition, top 10 fights that you can make in that division. And I do believe it's the best fight on the card, competition top to bottom. That being said, Jeff Neal knows what he's good at. He gets in, gets out, and he gets his yep. There you go.
Not gonna happen.
Leaves the money on the dresser and he's done with you. No, I'm just kidding. But he doesn't brawl. He's very tactical. And that's why he hasn't been finished a whole lot, because he doesn't get careless. Vincente Lucas got a legendary, that fucking anvil chin of his. He loves a brawl. He loves to get into a firefight. He loves to stand and bang it on the feet. And I think if Neal's not going to give him that, he knows if his corner is worth its salt and Jeff Neal does what Jeff Neal does, which he will outpoint anybody. If you don't force him to fight you, he will just point you to death. So I think maybe after a round of pawing and jabbing and maybe losing the striking battle just because he's not throwing as much volume, I think Luque will get tired of it. I think he will go to the ground. And in that moment, that is the one thing he can do that Jeff Neal can't stop him at. If he goes for a sub, Neal will give it up somewhere. And Vincente Luque loves to finish fights. And I believe that his best option at finishing here is by sub. I agree with Bill. I got Luque by submission in the second round.
Very nice.
And if the viewers want to look it up, if you look at Luque's resume, he has fought the who's who of that division and beat them. So I think Luque's just got the far better resume. And he's going to be able to and he's going to be able to counteract Neal's boring ass bullshit. So
his name's Geoff.
I think Neal's going to try to paw and point this out, and Luque is just going to force him into deep waters and take him down for sure.
Here's a fun fact for the bettors out there. Jeff Neal's hard to finish, but Vincente Luque has got 21 wins. He's got 19 finishes. So this guy likes to finish fights.
All righty. Let's go to the main event. And now remember, those of you watching for the first time, okay, you might have a hair up your ass and bet with what I'm doing, but don't bet what I'm saying. I got no idea. Okay, just another disclaimer out there, because I see a couple of new faces coming on the chat thread. Like, don't listen to me unless you want to make like $10 million on a $5 parlay, because I don't know what's going on. All right, so we got Santos, the heavyweight main fight, main event, 22-10 versus Hill, 10-1. First name Jamahala, doesn't matter. Santos
not gonna work here anymore.
Santos gonna kill him. Joe, what say you?
No, Santos.
Look at the pictures.
No, Santos is not going to kill him. No, not at all.
Pictures. You can't argue that.
You don't mean that. You're a bad man. Stop saying that.
That's logic.
No. Man, this Jamal Hill, man, he's got one of those weird body types where he might fool you into thinking like this guy stands no chance. Look at Santos. He's ripped. Well, Nick, Bill, and I can all tell you. Shit, Chris, I can probably tell you. Once your knees go, a lot of other shit goes with it. And Thiago Santos has
like your pride.
No knees. They've melted off his fucking
passion.
body. His knees are gone. Okay. And Jamal Hill standing up is so dangerous. That knockout he had against Johnny Walker was like Looney Tunes shit. Johnny Walker got hit. He signaled for a field goal and he fell straight back like a pencil. And then he did a couple of shakes and shimmies on the ground. He doesn't remember it. We do. But I see no place here where Jamal Hill has anything to fear. Thiago Santos is 38 years old.
Yeah.
It's a bad 38 too, man. And we talked about this, like Alexander Gustafsson. That's why John Jones will go down as the greatest mixed martial artist in a lot of people's book, because look at what happens after you fucking fight him. Alexander Gustafsson, split decision. We never heard of him till last week when he got knocked out in the first round. And he was fighting for fucking beer money, and that's no joke. Dominic Reyes fights John Jones to a split decision, never to be heard from on the professional level again. I mean, I'm sorry, on the championship level again. And then you got Thiago Santos, fought John Jones to a split decision. He's 38 years old. His next fight out, he went and got tapped out by Glover. He hasn't won since, other than against Johnny Walker, that took him the distance and couldn't get out of round one with the guy he's about to face. So if you want to do your MMA math, it took Jamal Hill 4 punches to dispatch Johnny Walker, and Thiago Santos won a shitty, boring decision over 5 rounds with this guy. These are 205 pounds. Okay. When you lose your knees, the pop gets taken off your right hand. That's just science. That's the way your body works. Jamal Hill is young. He's got fire in his hands. He's a fucking sniper.
I got something real for your ass.
Him and Yuri Prochazka would be a fantastic fight, just because of the fact that Yuri showed in that Glover fight that he will take some punches, and Jamal Hill will give them to you. So I got Jamal Hill getting Santos out of there, and I don't think Santos's chin is glass, but I do think it's easily touched and it can put him to sleep. So I think Jamal Hill touches the button in round 3.
Very nice, very nice. Now, to be fair, for the record, I've never lost to any of these fighters in the octagon, but that's the first time you brought up a name that has knocked me out before. That's Johnny Walker. That has happened. So, Bill, what say you on the
Nolan Ryan's never thrown a fastball past him.
Never thrown a fastball by me.
Ring the buzzer. Joe and I have the same exact outcome.
Ding, 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 ding.
Jamal Hill for sure. And I had him TKO 3rd round. I think Santos has proven he's got a decent chin. He can go the distance, but I don't think he's been pieced up by someone like Hill before. Hill is one of those freakish strikers who will sleep your ass. And I was going to bring it up. So Joe brought it up before me, so he got payback on that one. That knockout of Johnny Walker was nasty. I mean, he put him in another dimension for a little bit.
He put him in Dave's dimension.
Yeah, Nick, have you seen what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he was drinking vodka monsters with Dave for sure.
That punch landed on the forehead too. That's the crazy part. It hit him right here.
Like Joe said, I think Hill's the next guy that he's going to be fighting for the title real soon. And he puts on entertaining fights, so Dana loves him. He comes to bang, and he's got them hands. And Joe hit on an interesting subject earlier. We started talking about Santos's knees. Jamal Hill's going to come in and light up them knees with some leg kicks too.
Oh my God! He's a huge light heavyweight.
Yeah, he's going to slow him down real quick. So I got Hill TKO 3rd round, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens earlier than that. I gave Santos some credit because he's gone the distance with some heavy hitters, but I don't think he's not ready for Hill, and he leaves his chin open for those taps. So I'm with Joe. Hill TKO 3rd round.
Very nice, very nice. There you have it, fight fans. But now we're going to get into the good stuff. This is when I take the pen out that I've been holding this whole time, waiting for them to shut up and give me the money picks. All right. But let's stay with the champ. Bill, give us your locks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
Okay, I'll start with the easy stuff. DraftKings sleeper, I talked to you earlier, Capoeira. I think she's going to come out. I think she's going to finish this girl. She's my DraftKings sleeper. My locks are heavy favorites, so they're relatively easy locks to give you. So if you're going to bet them, you got to put them in some parlays, because I'm talking minus 850s, minus 1100s, and like minus, depending on what platform you're going through. So McKinney from the prelims, last I checked was a minus like 850. I think Joe said he's bumped up to like a minus 1100. He's a
some
lock.
sites, yes.
Another prelim fight that's another lock for me is Oleg Jacek, I think is how you say his last name. He's fighting Sam Alvey. Joe and I both think Sam Alvey's going to hang it up after this fight. He's 0-1 and 0-7-1 in his last 8 fights. Alvey just needs to hang it up. And out of those 7 fights, I think he's been finished like 4 of those. Alvey is just a maintenance guy. He's the guy you come in because you need someone to fight for beer money.
Putting 5 on Alvey.
Yeah, but take old JJ, he's another lock. And honestly, I got Hill as a lock too. I think Hill's going to come in and he's going to wreck Santos's world. So for my parlay, I'll go from prelims and work my way up. I'm going to give you a real easy one that's safe. And I'm going to add in 3 extra ones if you want to get ballsy. So Brian Battle on the prelims. I think he's going to take his fight. McKinney, obviously. Olajaychik, obviously. Hill already gave you that one. Take Spivak over Sakai. I got that in a parlay. Another early prelim fight is Quinlan. I think Quinlan's going to take this Jason Witt fella. And then if you want a real safe bet, first fight of the night, Silva versus Edgar. They are both boring as shit female fighters. So take that over. So Silva and Edgar to over. So real quick again for you guys to write these down. Easy parlay, Battle, McKinney, Olajaychik, Hill. If you want to add to that, Spivak, Quinlan, Silva, Edgar, take the over.
All right, there you have it. Joe, same thing. Give us the locks, the parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
My DraftKings sleeper is gonna be Brogan Walker, but Cachoeira is also an underdog, and we picked her. She's actually a bigger underdog, but I'm not super confident in that pick. Also, Miranda Granger is fighting Corey McKenna on the prelims. She's plus 175 right now. She's got 9 inches of reach on this girl. She's a better striker. She's more well-rounded. Corey McKenna is a great wrestler. If this Granger stays on the feet, I definitely see her being able to outpoint that situation, because Corey McKenna just lost to Kay Hansen, and it wasn't pretty.
No,
so
she beat Kay Hansen. She lost to Elise Reed. Elise Reed.
God, that's it. The Kay Hansen.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Super close, could have went either way, and she lost to Elise Reed. That's right. So they're pushing this McKenna. They really want her to be something. And I don't think she's 5'3" and she's got 58-inch arms. 58-inch arms. If it tells you the discrepancy here, John Jones has 84.5-inch arms. Both of them fought in the UFC. So, anyways, I'm just saying, obviously, big difference. But she's really short. She's got short arms. I don't see anybody finishing anybody.
She's a carny, small hands.
My DraftKings sleeper is going to be Cachoeira. I'm going to stick with that one. I'm sorry, going to be Brogan Walker. But I just gave you 2 other solid underdog plays to go with too. My locks are Corey McKenna and Miranda Granger to go the distance. 115-pound females. Not a whole lot of finishes between either one of them. That's the second fight of the night, so get them in quick. Michael Olajaychik over Sam Alvey. Bill already touched on all my points there. Terence McKinney also. I believe this is a get back on your horse fight for him. Took a bad loss against Drew Dober, but also was 1 punch away from being the first guy to ever finish Drew Dober. We've never seen Drew Dober hurt like that. Nick, you remember the Drew Dober knockdown?
No, that's what I was saying, where he was throwing those little half punches to try to tell the ref he's still awake.
Like, he put him on Clear Street like nobody I've ever seen before. And just since I'm talking about Drew Dober, that's what you fucking get, ass clown. Who was that? Alves dancing around after all those shots? Keep dancing, you fucking clown. I can't stand that shit. And when he liver punched him, I swear to God, I said, lay down, bitch. I screamed it at my TV while holding my 17-month-old. Don't judge me. I was fired up. But anyways, he doesn't know what I'm saying. So Terence McKinney's a lock. Michael Olajaychik's a lock, and Jamal Hill's a lock. So Bill and I just gave you 3 of the same locks. So take that one to the bank. Here is my parlay. It's an 8-fighter. We're rolling from the prelims on up. Corey McKenna and Miranda Granger to go the distance. Brian Battle over Takashi Soto. Terence McKinney over Eric Gonzalez. Olajaychik over Alvey. Sergey Spivak over Augustus Sakai. Brogan Walker and Juliana Miller to go the distance. Vincente Lucas and Jamal Hill.
All right, there you have it.
That parlay right there is plus 679. $20 pays you back 200. It's not huge, but it's definitely something parlay I'm very confident in hitting.
Right. So there you have it, fight fans. And again, sometimes the parlays don't pay like that. Now, last week, the reason we made so much money was there was a couple fights where these guys called finishes, and they both happened within like 30 seconds of both fights starting. And so that was like real easy. It was like, got that one. Yep, got that one. All right. So we called the under on.
Lucas by sub is plus 500 right now on FanDuel.
Right. So that's another one you can throw in there if you want to get dangerous. All right. But again, I know, like Bill said, he goes, if you got to put these favorites in a parlay, don't. All right. You can put them in the parlay, but bet $20 on each of them. All right. It might only pay you back $5, $6, but you just made all your parlay money back. All right. So now you're betting a parlay with free money. So bet the locks and then bet half of what you bet on the locks on the parlays. That's what I do. And usually it turns out okay. All right, but that should about wrap it up here. But like we always say, we have fun on this show. We have fun on the, it's about UFC, it's fighting. But again, let's not forget what our community is built for, what it stands for. All right, we are here to take care of each other. We are here to give you guys entertainment and also make a community full of a bunch of warriors and warrior supporters that want to take care of each other until we can't do it anymore. All right, and then we pass it off to the next generation. But we're here to end veteran suicide. We're here to help Gold Star families, mothers. And like I said, speaking of the Gold Star families, before I give Bill the last word on that, actually, I'll let him talk about it. Then I'll introduce the guest for Saturday. But yeah, take us away, Bill, with Gold Star Teen Adventures.
Again, ask all every show, reach out, go to goldstarteenadventures.org. I share all their stuff on VTT. Please go to their site, follow them on Facebook. It's a great organization. All your money goes towards helping Gold Star kids. Like I always say, we all do the RRP till Valhalla on all the people, all brothers and sisters we've lost, but no one thinks about the kids that they have left behind. This organization takes these kids together, takes them on all types of camps and trips and scholarships. Please reach out, goldstarteenadventures.org. All your money goes towards helping kids of our fallen brothers and sisters.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, the Trash Talk Hour was on vacation for a month, and we're back. All right, we're back tomorrow, 1700 Eastern time. And I read this guy's book on the way to go see Bill, half of it, and the other half on the way back. And it's a Marine recon guy that was raised by missionaries in the jungles of Indonesia. Right, this guy has some serious stuff that he wanted to write down. And it's a great book. It's a scatterbrain book. It's awesome. And the title of it is The Perfect Fucking Life, right? What a great title for a book. It's awesome. Go check it out. He's going to come on the show and talk about it. And it's really easy for Marines to read because some pages only have 4 words on it, right? And, but
is it black and white?
Yeah,
no Crayola. No Crayola.
Yeah, well, they ate them all. So he couldn't put it in color. But,
no, you can't. I've tried leaving them around. I got the 64 pack, the nice one with the crayon sharpener in the back. They eat them. They just fucking eat them. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. So, so anyway, 1700 Eastern time tomorrow. We will see you live with the Trash Talk Hour with author, Marine Recon veteran Jason Morrison with The Perfect Fucking Life. See you guys tomorrow. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.